In this video, we'll be discussing some of the extra questions related to algebraic expression chapter for the class 7 standard. As you can see on the screen, so few of the questions which will be discussed in this video is represented on the screen. If you want, you can just pause the video and copy down all those questions. Okay, then later on compare your answer with our solutions. Okay, with our answers. So these are all the questions which will be discussed in this video. Okay, so let us go one by one. The first one, as you can see in the first one, they're asking us to evaluate. Evaluate is nothing but to find the value. So we need to find the value. So this is what the expression they gave us. And as you can see in the question, they gave the values of every variables which has appeared in our question. Okay, so the first term you can see ax. So we need to just substitute the values of the variables in our question and we need to find the values. So a value, what they give in our question, that is minus 2. Okay, so x. So when you are substituting any values of the variables of two variables now, so one of them should be represented under the bracket because this both the variables x value. What they give the x value, that is minus. So it is just 1. So in the bracket we're gonna write down 1 plus b value, what they gave it as 1. Y value they give it as a minus 1. We're gonna write down in the bracket minus plus C in the bracket we're gonna write down minus 2. Z value is just 2. Now let us find the value. Minus 2 into 1 bracket represents multiplication, that is what product. So minus 2 into 1 will give it as a minus 2 and plus into minus will give it as a minus 1 one's a 1 plus into minus will give it as a minus and 2 2's a 4. As you can see, all the terms are negative, so we're gonna add up. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1 gonna give it as a 4, and the sign remains negative. It's okay. So moving to the second one, just substitute the values of every variable, whatever they give it in the question. So a value they give it as a minus 2. So minus 2 of x value they give it as a 1 whole square as it is plus b value they give it as a 1, y value they give it as a minus 1 whole square minus c value they give it as a minus 2 and z they give it as just 2. You first take out the square of the every term, that is minus 2. 1 square will give it as a 1 plus 1 as it is minus 1 will give it as a plus 1. We're gonna write down just 1 because we know if we don't write any sign, it is considered as positive itself. So why we writing plus 1, that is minus 1 square. When we shall expand it to find the value, we're gonna expand it as minus 1 into minus 1. And when we multiply, we're gonna get the value as what? Plus 1. So that's what we wrote as a positive 1. Okay. Remember, if no sign, it should consider as a positive itself. So minus into minus plus 2 2's of 4. Let us remove the bracket. Minus into 1 is minus 2 plus 1 into 1 is 1 plus 4. The last two terms you can see they are positive, so we're going to add them. The first term, that is minus 2 as it is, plus 5. One term negative and other term is with positive. So obviously we're going to subtract it. So 5 minus 2 going to give it as a 3. The sign remains positive itself. You write positive, you don't write both are one and the same. Okay, moving to the third one. So let us substitute the values. A, they give it as a minus 2. A, they give it as a minus 2. X, they give it as a 1. Y, they give it as a minus 1. Plus B, they give it as a 1. Y, they give it as a minus 1. Z, they give it as a 2. Plus C, they give it as a minus 2. X, they give it as a 1. Y, they give it as a minus 1. Let us find the value just by multiplying. So first, minus into minus will give it as a plus. 2 ones are 2. 2 ones are 2. Okay, again, plus into minus is minus. 1 ones are 1. 1 twos are 2. Plus into minus is minus. Minus into minus is plus. 2 ones are 2. 2 ones are 2. Okay, so 2 minus 2 will give it as a 0. And what is remaining? Plus 2. 0 plus 2 will give it as what? Very simple, that is just 2. That's the solution for the third one, and that's complete the first main. Let us go with the next main. Asking us to add the following. So the first step, what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove the comma from our expression. As you can see here, they gave the comma, so we're gonna remove that comma. So if you want, you can go with the directly the next step. The second step, when we come across, I will explain what is the second step. For now, I'll be removing the comma. So x cube minus 2x square y plus 3xy square minus y cube. I'm gonna remove the comma. As you can see, there is no sign they gave it in our question, so we're gonna consider as what positive plus 2x cube minus 5xy square plus 3x square y minus 4y cube. Now the next step is just to arrange the like terms. Like terms in the sense the terms which consist of the same variables are called as what? Like terms. Same variables. Like you can see it over here x cube and one more is over here. So these two terms are the like terms because they consist of the same variable, that is x cube, x cube. We're gonna write them together, that is x cube plus 2x cube. The next one minus 2x square y. We need to search the term which consists of the same variable, that is x square y. Where is that? Over here. You can see it has the same variable, so this both of the like term, that is plus 3x square y. The next one, which one is a plus 3xy square. Okay, which one is similar to that same variable, that is here minus 5xy square. The remaining one, both are the like terms. As you can see, both of them consist of the same variable, that is minus y cube, and one more is over here minus 4y cube. Let us solve them. The first one, x cube plus 2x cube will give it as what? That is 3x cube. Don't worry. Okay, we are getting 3 because the first term just it is x cube. It does not consist of any numerical. So what we're gonna consider it as 1. So 1 plus 2 gonna give it as what? 3. Okay. So next two like terms. As you can see, the first term consists of negative and the second term is positive. So what we're gonna do? Obviously, we're gonna subtract it. That is 3 minus 2 will give it as 1 and the sign remains plus. Because the greater number is 3 and the sign for 3 is positive. So your value, that is the solution, also remains positive. Okay, you can write on 1x square y. Or else if you want to skip it to write 1, okay, you can write just x square y because we know. Okay, for a variable, if there is no numerical, it is considered as what? 1. You write it's also okay. If you don't write also, both are one and the same. So moving to the next two like terms, that is plus 3xy square and minus 5x square y. Okay, so 3 minus 5 will give us about minus 2xy square. I'm writing minus because the greater term is which one? 5. And the sign for the 5 is what? Negative. So your value remains negative. The next term both are negative. So if both the terms are negative, we're gonna add them. That is 5y cube. As I said, if the variable does not consist of any numerical, it is considered as what? 1. So it is just 1y cube and minus 4. 1 plus 4 will give us a 5 and the sign remains negative. Why negative? Because both the terms are negative itself. Okay, so no need of any comparison. Which one is greater or smaller? Okay, so if both the terms are with a similar sign, the sign remains similar for your solution. Okay, and that's the solution for the first one or second one. Let us go with the next one. Here is the second one. Okay, as in the question, they did not give any comma, so we'll be moving directly with the second step, that is arrangement of the like terms. So the first term is e to the power 4. Okay, we need to search the term which consists of the same variable, that is over here, minus 2 e to the power 4. So we're gonna write them together. It is e to the power of 4 minus 2 e to the power of 4. Moving to the next term, that is minus 2a cube b. We're gonna search the term which has the same variable. That is a cube b. Over here, it has the same variable. That is plus 7a cube b. Moving to the next one, plus 3ab cube. Okay, I need to search the term with the same variable. That is ab cube. Okay, over here it is. That is minus 5ab cube. Moving to the next, that is plus 4a square b square. Where is the term with the same variable over here? That is minus 6a square b square. Okay, moving to the last one, that is plus 3b to the power of 4, and the one more is over here, that is plus b to the power of 4. Let them solve. Okay, as you can see, I'm replacing the like terms with a different colored ink. So let's solve the first like term over here. That is 8 to the power 4 minus 2 to the power 4 will give it as what? Minus 1 8 to the power of 4, because they gave it as negative. So 2 minus 1. 1, why I'm saying 1? Because there is nothing to the first term. We need to consider as what? 1. So 2 minus 1 will be 1, and the greater term is 2. The sign for the 2 is what? Negative. So your value remains negative. Okay. As I said, if you want, you can write, or else you're gonna skip it to write 1. So I'll not be writing it 1. Okay, moving to the next 2. That is minus 2 and plus 7. Will give it as how much? 5. That is 7 minus 2 will give it as a 5. The variable remains as it is. The sign will be of the greater term. Which is the greater term? Plus 7. So the sign of the greater term is positive. Moving to the next. 3 minus 5. Obviously, we're going to separate, that is minus 2. Because 5 minus 3 is 2. The sign of greater term. Which is a greater? 5. That is minus 2 will be the answer. The variable remains as it. That is a, b, q. Going to the next, once again, 4 minus 6. Again, we know separate, that is 6 minus 4 will give as it minus 2 variables has it. That is a square, b square. Moving to the next 2, both the terms are positive, so we're going to add them. So 3, here nothing is what? 1. So over here, 1. So 3 plus 1 will be 4, b to the power 4. The sign remains similar because both the terms consider the same term. Same sign, sorry. Plus will be your solution. That's the solution of the second one. Moving to the next main, as they are asking us to subtract, saying us to subtract. So let us solve the third main. Okay. For example, if I say you are to subtract 2 from 7, what we're gonna do? We're gonna subtract 7 minus 2, right? Correct. The same thing we're gonna apply it over here also. As you can see in between they give us from. From says us to solve it like how you know. Whenever they give the from in the question, we need to consider second expression first. We need to write down the second expression first. So this is our second expression. That is 4 minus 5x plus 6x square minus 8x cube. And they are asking us to subtract, so we're gonna write down subtract symbol, that is sign, and in the bracket we're gonna write down the first expression. Remember that we are writing the first expression in the bracket. Okay, why? Because let me write down first, that is 6x cube minus 7x square plus 5x minus the close the bracket. Why I'm writing the first expression at the bracket? Because this negative sign is for all the terms which are under the bracket. That's why if I don't write the first expression under the bracket, that negative sign remains only for the first term, that is for 6x cube. That's why we are writing the whole expression under the bracket, so that we can consider that minus is for all the terms of an expression. Let us solve it. So 4 minus 5x plus 6x square minus 8x cube. Let us remove the bracket. So minus 6x cube minus into minus will give it as a plus 7x square minus into plus will give it as a minus 5x, and minus into minus will give it as a plus 3. The next step is to arrange the like terms. The first one is 4 numerical. So I need to search which is the term consists of only the numerical. Over here at the last, there is just plus 3. Moving to the next search, that is minus 5x. One more is over here, that is minus 5x, both the same. Okay, so the next one, plus 6x square over here, plus 7x square. Moving to the next one, minus 8x cube. The remaining one is which one? That is minus 6x cube. These both are like terms because they consider the same variables. So 4 plus 3 will give it as a 7, and the next two terms both are negative, so we're going to add them. So 10x, because 5 plus 5 is 10x. Sign remains similar, that is negative. The next two terms both are with the same sign, that is 6 plus 7 will give it as a 13x square. As I said, both the terms with the same sign, the sign remains similar, that is positive. The next two also with the same sign, that is what negative, and we're going to add them, that is 8 plus 6 will give it as a 14x cube. The sign remains similar, that is negative. That's the solution for the first one of the third main. Let us go with the second one. The same technique, the same method we're going to apply it in this second question as well. They give it the from, so we're going to write on the second expression, that is 5x square minus 5 plus z plus 7 minus of minus x square minus 3z, close the bracket. Let us remove the bracket. So 5x square minus 5 plus z plus 7 minus of minus will give it as a plus x square minus into minus will give it as a plus 3z. Okay, let us arrange the like terms. So 5x square over here plus x square. Moving to the next over here, you can see z plus z and one more term with the same variable is plus 3z. The remaining two terms are unlike terms, so we're gonna write them as it is. That is minus 5 plus 7. Okay, let us solve them. 5x square plus x square will give it as a 6x square plus z plus 3z will give it as a 4z. The next two terms are unlike terms, so we're going to write down as it is. That is minus 5 plus 7 remains as it is. There's the final solution of the second one. Let us go with the further questions. The next one. As you can see, they're asking us to simplify. Let us simplify. So you can see both the expression are under the bracket, and outside the bracket they give one numerical. So we're gonna write down, we're gonna multiply that numerical to all the terms which are under the bracket. It is minus 2 into x square will give it as a minus 2x square. This minus into minus will give it as a plus 2 into y square will give it as a 2y square. Next, minus 2 into plus will give it as a minus 2 into x square is 2x. The next, minus 3 into x square is minus 3x square. Minus 3 into plus y square is minus 3y square. Minus 3 into minus x will give it as a plus 3xy. Let us solve them. Okay, by arranging the like terms, that is minus 2x square over here, and there is one more over here, that is minus 3x square. The next, plus 2y square plus 2y square over here minus 3y square. Next one, minus 2xy over here plus 3xy. Let us solve them. So minus 2x square minus 3x square. Okay, both the terms with the negative sign, so we're gonna add them. That is 5x square. The sign remains similar. That is what negative. The next two terms, one is positive, other one is negative. So we're gonna subtract. We do 2 minus 3 or 3 minus 2, both are one and the same. So we're gonna get the values of 1 y square. Sign gonna remain negative, because the greater term is which one? 3, and the sign for 3 is negative, so your value remains negative. Okay, as you can see, it is 1. If I want, I'm gonna write down or I'm gonna skip it, because if I don't even write 1, it is considered as 1 itself for an variable. Okay, the last two, minus 2x plus x, well, one is negative, other one is positive. Subtract 3 minus 2 will give it as 1 itself. So I'm not going to write down 1, just I'm going to write down just variable, that is xy. Sign will be positive. Why? Because the greater term is 3 and the sign for 3 is positive. So your value also remains positive. Further, we cannot do any calculation because all the terms are with the different variable. That is what? They are unlike them. So that is the end of the solution of the first question. Let us go with the next one and the last one of this video. Hope you all are getting. Moving to the next one, as you can see, this question consists of so many brackets. So let us give some of the introduction related to the brackets. This bracket is called as a square bracket. This bracket is called as a braces. Normally, we used to call it as a flower bracket, and this one we call it as a parenthesis, or else we call it as a common bracket. Parenthesis. Parentheses. Okay, very typical word. So if you want, you can call it as common bracket as well. Okay. So moving to the next one, let us start the solution. So to solve this question, we need to remove the brackets one by one. Okay, moving to the first. To solve this problem, we're gonna remove the brackets one by one. Starting from these two terms which are under the common bracket, that is parenthesis bracket. Okay, so a minus of 2b minus braces bracket open, that is flower bracket open, 3a. Okay, to remove this bracket, what I gonna do? I gonna just multiply the term or sign which is outside this bracket. Which one is that? Minus. Okay, so just multiply it. So minus 2b. Okay, minus into minus, look at it as a plus 3c. The common bracket goes and the flower bracket close, square bracket close. Going further, a minus square bracket open, 2b minus flower bracket open. Okay, let us remove this flower bracket just by multiplying the sign, that is minus, with all the terms inside the bracket. That is minus 3a minus into minus, we'll get as a plus 2b. The last one, minus into plus, we'll get as a minus 3c, close the square bracket. Okay, moving further, a minus, as you can see, these two terms are with the same variable. They are the like terms, so we can solve them. 2b plus 2b will get as how much? 4b. So we're gonna write down as a 4b. First, I'll go with a. So minus 3, I'll write as it is. Next, I go with the b, that is plus 4b. The last one is 3. Alphabetical order, I'm just going with. No, it's not that necessary we need to write down in alphabetical order. Just for the better answer, we are moving with the alphabetical order. Okay, it does not matter. So now let us remove the square bracket a. Now just multiply this negative sign which are with the terms under the bracket. It is minus into minus is plus 3a. Minus into plus will get as a minus 4b. Minus into minus will get as a plus 3c. Let us solve the first term. As you can see, the first two consists of the same variable. That is a plus 3 will give us how much? 4a minus 4b plus 3c. These last three terms are unlike terms. So we cannot solve it further, and this is the final solution. And this was the last column of this video. Hope everybody is clear with the explanation of all the columns. If you have any doubt related to the problems we solved in this video, you can comment us. Okay, once again, we solve the same problem of your doubt. So thank you till then.